Howard Beach, Queens. Hours after arriving, he found himself in a near-deadly situation. Waters were rising fast, and he was trapped along with his crew and several dozen people in the Surfside Motel on Cross Bay Boulevard. Water surging outside seemed ready to engulf the entire building. Joe Waldman tells his story.
What do you think of that hurricane?
I think it was kind of really dangerous.
Like Sandy herself, a direct and powerful comment about this once-in-a-lifetime hurricane. For us covering the storm, it started out pretty typical.
Right now, the water seems to me, and I'm no expert, it seems like it's risen maybe a foot or so in just the last hour. Are you saying the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much. We're seeing that everything is the same happened last year, and we're expecting the same, if not worse.
And worse it got, very, very fast.
Right now, pretty tough circumstances, and it is supposed to get worse over the next hour and a half to 2 hours. So everyone who's at home, stay there.
We retreated to our home for the night, the second floor of Howard Beach's Surfside Motel. For our own safety, we called it quits. From higher ground, helplessly, all we could do was watch the water gush in as the howling wind pierced our ears. We had power, but not for long. One by one, transformers all around us started to blow, making the evening sky even more ominous. Live wires electrified the water, but to us, the 50 guests trapped in the motel, including some kids, the elderly, and disabled, that was the least of our worries. We just wanted to know how high the water would rise and would it stop in time. There were no more floors to escape to, and no way anyone could get to us except for Sandy. We hoped we weren't coming to an end along with that left lane. The unnerving sound of cars' electrical systems shorting would periodically snap us out of our fear. Once we regained our focus, we kept a close eye on visual markers, like this fire hydrant, to check on the rising water. That hydrant was quickly swallowed up. On this night, the most impressive whirlpools were right outside our motel. Surfable waves crashed across 165th Avenue. And Jamaica Bay met up with the Cross Bay Bait and Tackle store, morphing into one. The ocean water made it this close to our second-story room, and then, just in the nick of time, Sandy relented, along with her seemingly endless supply of water.
Never seen anything like this before in my life. Never been through anything like this before in my life.
Moments before, this amphibious National Guard truck was able to roll up to our motel. They told us they'd be back in about an hour, promising the water would recede almost as quickly as it rushed in, and they were right.
So this is a hallway on the first floor of the Surfside Motel. This entire floor was submerged underneath water up to the ceiling during the evening. Once the water receded, so did the water inside of here, right through the front door of this hotel.
And then at the front door, this MTA bus. But this evening, someone from the NYPD was behind the wheel. We were so happy to see two very familiar faces.